Hello and welcome back to the channel. So today I wanted to make a build guide on Fulmin, not Fenmore. So Fulmin, if you don't know, it has two firing modes before I even go into the build. You have this default mode, which is a shotgun, and then you have the alternate mode, which makes it fully automatic. Now, my builds today will be focusing on the shotgun portion of it, but if you do want a auto one, let me know and I could work something up for that. But I've been using the shotgun mode more recently. So we have three builds that I'll go over, and I'll show them individually before moving on to the next one. So for this first one, this is a viral impact setup with the baked-in electricity. So we have Galvanized Chamber for multi-shot, which will stack up on kills. Galvanized Scope for headshots. This one is one where you kind of have to aim because you want the headshots to proc to keep Galvanized Scope going. We have Rhyme Rounds for cold status. Internal Bleeding for when you get your impact, you have a chance to get slash as well. Vital Sense for crit damage, Malignant Force for toxin and more status chance, Galvanized Aptitude, you gain status chance, and then on kill, you gain 25% more damage if they're affected by a status, I believe is how it works. And then Rifle Elementals for even more status damage. So this one, you can see our total here is 1826, and then for the auto, it does about 109. This one is, and then we have Primary Merciless in our Arcane slot. If you don't want Primary Merciless, you could also go with something like Primary Deadhead, because this one is more of a headshot-focused build. So Deadhead might be better, because you do want to aim for heads for Galvanized Scope on this setup. So, let me reset these little goobers, and I will show you this weapon. 20 summon? There we go. Alright, let me turn off my primer. Actually, no, it's fine. Alright, so this weapon, you want to aim for the head, because you want to build up your galvanized stacks, and with this setup, it does start off slow, because you're building up your galvanized stacks and things, and then now you can see in the top right, we have all our stacks procced, and it's killing a lot faster comparatively. And a cool thing with this weapon as well, unlike your traditional shotguns like Bore or anything like that, this one, rather than having an ammo count, has a battery system, kind of like the Cycron or any of the other battery weapons. But this one, like I said, it starts off slow, but once you get your galvanized procs going, it starts to ramp up a lot. And this was my first build that I made up for for Fulmin. And it's pretty solid. And then moving on to our next build. Now, this one, the only things you could change with this one is for your Exilis slot, I would recommend adding an ammo drum, because since it's a battery, you will just have overall increased ammo because you're increasing your maximum. And then if you want to, you could swap out Serration for a Bane mod, but I have Serration here just to increase our base damage up to 4,000. But you could easily swap in any Bane mod. And then our auto, you do this, which I don't remember if I mentioned, but the first build is Viral Impact Electricity. This one is Corrosive Radiation, comparatively. So, let's resummon the enemies, and I can show you this build. Alrighty, so this one, kind of the same thing. It's a little slower firing, and it takes a little bit longer to get ramped up. But like the last one, once you do get it ramped, you'll have your galvanized mods active. Because you can see up in the top right, they're not active right now. But now that this guy goes down, it didn't activate. I think Doriga got the kill on that. There we go. You can see up in the top right, they're all active now. Let me recharge the battery. And you can see here, you got the 90,000 red crit. So, like the last one, this one's corrosive and radiation, so you'll get a little bit of an armor strip with this one from the corrosive damage. But, like the other one, you want your galvanized mods to be ramped up, ideally. And then once they are, you can kind of blow up enemies with it a little bit. And then for the auto mode for this one, it's a slower firing one, just like the shotgun is, But you can see here, the auto mode is serviceable on this weapon, so you can use this one in either mode. Which the auto mode on this one actually almost seems better than the shotgun mode. But this one you can use in either mode, whichever you prefer. The first one was more of a shotgun setup, but this one's more of like a hybrid. And then now for our final Fulmin Prime build, which is the one that I use on Nova. So if you saw my Nova video from the other day, I have this one. This one is just flat. We have radiation and viral with the impact, and then as high base damage as I could possibly push it right now, which is this here, but we have Serration for more damage, Stormbringer for more electricity to bump up the bacon or electricity and our radiation, High Voltage for even more electricity, Galvanized Chamber for more multi-shot, Infected Clip for more toxin, Rupture for more impact damage, Cryo Rounds for cold, and Hellfire for more heat. If you don't like Rupture, you could swap in something like another element or something like that, or a Bane. You could put a Bane here if you want to, which might even be better, honestly. And then we have Primary Merciless here, because since we don't have Galvanized Scope, this is just for kills in general, rather than for headshots specifically. But now I can show you this one. So this one is... I forgot to respawn the enemies. This one is just flat base damage as high as possible, and this is the one I use the most often when I'm running Steel Path missions or anything like that. So this one here, you can see, same kind of deal with the last time, where you want to get your Galvanized mod active, which is Chamber, because then we'll get a ton more multi-shot. And a good thing with this weapon also, with any weapon really, is to, you can use it on any frame that does weapon buffing, whether it's Harrow, Sarin, Gauze for more fire rate. There we go, now we have Galvanized Chamber and our Merciless, or Merciless active. But this is the same build I used in my Nova video, if you saw that the other day. And this is the one that I use most often when I'm using Fulmin. And then here's the auto mode for this one. So you can see it's not amazing for the auto mode, because this is more focused on the highest possible for the shotgun blasts. And then here we go. And like the other one, I would recommend it for your Exilis slot, you throw on an ammo drum, because you can see I have a maximum of 80. And I think with ammo drum, it goes to 120, 130, I believe, because it increases by 90. So it should go roughly about 130, 140. But those are my 3 builds. I hope you enjoyed them. Like I said, Rupture, you can swap out for any Bane of your choosing, or any other mod you prefer. You can go for Shred for more fire rate, or anything like that. And then this one here, swap out Serration for a Bane, and then add ammo drum. And then here, same kind of deal. This one, I don't know what I would swap out here, but I would add ammo drum if I had the Exilis slot. But yeah, that's my build for Fulmin Prime. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you in the next one.